Welcome to Pull the Pin Ready War Room Edition. Back as your host, Jim here. And
I was waiting to see you say with me again, or we don't have this.
whatever the standard is, it's either you or Chewbacca here. I don't know what.
Chewbacca as your co-host today. Well, that sounds good.
So, Nate.
Oh yeah, it's me.
Well, welcome back, Nate. It's good to see you again.
Yeah.
Did
Always good to be back.
did that music in the intro with that laggy or something to you? Did you see? I don't know. We got to work on that. Oh, before I forget, good news. It may take a couple months, but I may have some internet coming.
Real internet?
Oh, real internet. Yeah, I mean, actual stuff that I can work with that will not bog down or kill these shows as we go and make it brutal for everybody watching, which sucks. I get it. But yeah, so good news. Anyways, that's all the admin stuff that I really care to share. The rest of it is how we run the show. This is a show where we do our War Room show. We do headlines because it's like going to combat, reading these headlines and trying to figure out what they're talking about, especially when we don't read the articles, because we know you don't either, because you're busy people. You got a lot of stuff going on, and you clearly just make stories up based on the headline and whatever you want to get mad at for the day. So that's what we do, Nate. Tell them why we do that.
Because we're veterans and we've been around the world, and our opinions are always correct.
Bam! Even if you're a veteran, even if you're a veteran and you got a different opinion, it's correct.
All your opinions are correct. Everybody gets an opinion. You get an opinion. You get an opinion. You get an opinion.
And we get to read the stories and make it up as we go, because that's all you people are doing anyway. Because, it is crazy. I know we're talking about this, but it's crazy that even people seeing facts still want to make up a story. Like, even when they say that doesn't make any sense, they still want to make up stories. So that's what we'll do anyway. So we'll start with our first one. North Korean bandits steal 200 kilos of gold bars worth US $12 million.
Well, at least you're stealing something worth something.
This is in North Korea.
Yeah, what do they have gold bars in North Korea for?
Apparently, there actually is a huge gold mining industry up in North Korea.
They just have no lights to see it at night.
Well, apparently, because I did see something about this, that North Korea, I mean, they take half of it, Kim Jong-un, whatever, takes it, and then the rest goes to the Chinese government or something. Like they got some deal or something, because it's worth more money when they take it to China.
You think, well, I guess out of communist, well, they're both communist countries, aren't they?
Right. But obviously, China's got the money to pay for the gold. Yeah,
but I thought gold was worth whatever it's worth.
Yeah, but who's going to buy it from North Korea?
China.
That's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, they don't have a very big market to sell their gold.
Yeah, true.
And, so North Korean bandits, right off the bat, you're like, this could actually be like a sports team, right? The North Korean bandits.
Yeah, that's a good name.
Yeah. And you know what 200 kilos is? I mean, isn't that like drug measurements, or is that just foreign measurement?
It's just foreign measurement.
I don't know. I didn't learn that system.
It's probably a lot. I mean, 200 kilos of gold worth about roughly $12 million US, I think.
Or is it worth US $12 million or $12 million? How do you even read that? Does that even make sense? Am I just reading that wrong, or am I just too stupid to understand that that's actually
worth $12 million US? I don't know.
I mean, should it be $12 million US? Yeah, like US. I don't know.
But these guys have a death wish, obviously. These guys have a death wish, obviously.
Oh, yeah, and they put out a big thing. But you know what? People are laughing at this.
You steal gold bars in the U.S. worth $12 million, you're going to go to jail, blah, blah, blah. North Korea, you're getting shot. You're getting killed. You're gone. You're dead.
Oh, yeah, and they've got all kinds of security and stuff out for looking for these people.
I'm sure. They don't really know who they are? Or?
No, they haven't found them yet. Good for them, though. Good Robin Hoods. Hope they give them something worthwhile to the people.
Well, this is
not that I condone theft. I don't condone theft. So, All right. Now on to another North Korea. California English teacher says she won't teach proper grammar because it's white supremacist.
So to speak proper grammar, that means you're a white supremacist?
I guess.
I'd like to know what city in California this is in.
I could care less, dude. California. I mean, even though there's oddly a lot of Republicans, there's a lot of normal people in California. It's just the loud voices are the crazy
In the big,
ones.
yeah, and the big cities that run
Mhm.
most every state. The big cities vote for the whole entire
Right.
state. You know, it's
Right. The natural born victims, the ones that went over there to be stars in Hollywood and then ended up homeless.
yeah, those people.
They can't speak English as it is. So instead of actually learning English, they tell everybody else you can't speak English. It's racist.
Yeah, I'm not going to teach you proper grammar. That's white supremacist.
And you know, I just like I don't get it. Like, you know what makes it sad? You know,
Isn't white supremacist a person?
it just I don't
Like,
know.
I'm not going to teach you proper grammar because you're a white person. Is that what that says?
Like I mean, at the end of the day, like I kind of put this in for chuckles because it really doesn't make any sense anymore. None of it makes any sense anymore because you think about it, like they keep making these little whiny complaints, and that's what I like about being a veteran. Have you been anywhere outside the United States?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know that when you go to places like Korea, it's filled with a lot of damn Koreans. You go to Africa, it's filled with a lot of Africans. Like, I don't understand why these people are so stupid. Like, do you think if I go to Africa, oh, I'm a white man, you guys are all racist because you don't have enough white people here? Like, what is wrong with these people? Like, do I go over and say, oh, Swahili is racist because, like, what is wrong with these people? Why are they so stupid? Why did they've never been outside their backyard? Like, proper grammar is put in place for a reason. I don't even care where it came from. I don't care if it was white supremacists who created the language. It's a universal language everybody knows, and nobody even knows where it came from. And if you do know, you've studied it. Just like all those statues. Remember the statues that people walk by? People walk by a million times every day going to work. Walked right by them, drove right by them, didn't even look at them. And all of a sudden, one day they woke up. That's racist. Oh, let's take them down. Like, you had no idea what that statue was.
That fixed all the problems in that town, though. That town is phenomenal right now.
Right, every one of them, all the towns just so much better because it solved all the problems. You know, and like let's be fair, Nate. Let's be fair. Like, if you want to have a real conversation about it, like Columbus, like for example, Christopher Columbus. I don't know much about the dude. I could care less. The reason I even knew he existed is because somehow he thought he discovered America. Whether he did or not, I don't care because it paved the way for what we have today. Right? He did something that paved the way. You want to argue he didn't discover
the land from the natives.
Well, yeah, you see, even that we can have that a whole nother conversation. You don't steal something when they let you in, and then you fight and conquer them. It's not like we walked over there and said, "Everybody out, we're taking this land." And even if that was the case, name me a country who hasn't done that.
Well, the thing is, there were no laws back there anyway. So, like, well, you broke the law when you took over the country. You show me a law book from 1492 when Columbus sailed the ocean blue, and
well, what's the difference between Tribe A killing Tribe B to take their land and U.S. or soon to be U.S. Citizens coming to Tribe B and saying, "No, we're taking it"? What's the difference?
True.
So we stole it from two people that were fighting for it? Like, what? Anyway, we're way off topic, aren't we?
Did Indian tribes fight each other?
Yes, dude. They scalped each other, killed each other, made prisoners and slaves of each other. Like, you name it. Rape, pillage, the whole thing. In fact, there's
1492. Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
There's even argument. I don't want to say argument. There's people that say about history is their opinion is that it was the U.S. settlers, the settlers that came that actually stopped a lot of that interfighting between the tribes because they brought some civilized society.
Those white supremacists came in and stopped those natives from fighting.
And then they just brought up grammar and like, hey, let's make grammar.
And then they moved to the north.
Right. And you know why? Because we're on theme here. North Korea, California, Canada, they're all one place to me. I don't know. But Canada recommends assisted suicide to vet who wanted a wheelchair lift installed.
Well, Canada does have assisted suicide in their country. They're allowed to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know how hurt this vet was. If he was ever thinking about assisted suicide, he's like, might be cheaper for assisted suicide than a wheelchair lift.
You're probably right, but you know what it was? You know, I could almost bet what it was. You know how you ever call those VA lines or whatever?
Nope.
Like,
Nope.
yeah, I know you don't. But I could be calling to refill a prescription, and all of a sudden it's like the VA hotline number. If you feel like you're going to hurt yourself, I'm like, what? I just want to refill my prescription.
If someone doesn't answer, I will hurt myself. So answer the damn phone.
Dude, don't make me go off on it now. You know what? I just want to
You don't have to go off on it. This is about Canada vets.
I know, but I just want to give a shout out to all of you phone operators that answer calls after automated systems. And I try to tell them every time I can, I never call these places that angry. But after going through the motions and listening to them, when I say I want to call somebody about my checking account, and then you say, okay, would you want a new checking account? Then I say, give me some operator, whatever. And then all of a sudden, okay, but before we do, is this a checking account? I lose it. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking. I just gave you the answer. Like, so anyways, I'm getting mad just talking about it. We need to go back to Canada. Yep. Wheelchair lift. All right. So I think it's just some automated thing that they try to put out there. You know what I mean? I can't believe somebody. So? I can't believe somebody would actually get on the phone and say, "Oh, you want a wheelchair lift? Oh, no, how about assisted suicide?" Like, I can't believe that. Well, it's Canada, though. I've seen them arrest a stormtrooper.
Well, the stormtrooper should have been doing the right thing.
Like what? Not wearing a pretend costume?
I don't know. Whatever the right thing is in Canada.
I could only imagine if he was dressed as Batman or something like that.
They wouldn't catch him.
Right? Well, they would, because it was only a costume. It's not, Batman's not real. You know that, right?
What?
It's not wrestling, dude. This is comics. Superheroes.
I'm out.
Anyways, hell with Canada. Canada's a crap hole. Might as well be in North Korea. Might as well go join it. Wow, we got a full complete round here. Chinese government linked hackers stole $20 million from U.S. government and COVID-19 relief. Secret Service says.
Oh, that's my surprise face as usual.
Yeah. Oh, right. Well, for those listeners only, yeah, Nate just broke out his really surprised face, which looks nothing different than Chewbacca here. If you were watching,
not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
The U.S. government account for probably 3/4 of the money they send outside the country. Hell, probably 3/4 of the money they send inside the country. They're horrible.
Yeah, but why do we continue to let them do this?
Could we keep voting them in?
They just scoop this money up and they keep. Oh, let's do it. No accountability.
Could we keep voting them in?
And you wonder why we're going bankrupt. They think there's this endless pot of money they can just keep sending places which have no idea where it's going. And I understand what's scary about all this, Nate, is the amount of red tape they put on everything. The amount of hoops you have to jump through to do anything.
Who has to jump through, them or us?
Anybody.
Us.
Like, well, mostly us, but I'm saying the government puts it on. Yeah, they don't have to jump through.
The elite up there. No, they just, okay, send it away.
Have you ever tried to get a business? Like, I don't know how businesses even function anymore. Have you ever tried to get one? You know how many things you got to go through?
I'm sure. It's ridiculous.
And pay for? You got to register your name. Well, you got to get a tax identification number. You got to get a state taxation number. And all this costs money along the way. All of it costs money. You got to you got to report your business, how you're doing every year, and pay the money to do that. And it's just amazing.
They're taxing dollars that's already been taxed before. They're like double, quadrupling taxing dollars. That's stupid.
Exactly. And we're not mad about it. What does it take? They have to tax the tea again? Maybe we'll be like, oh, don't tax our tea. Like, at least the British gave a damn about their tea.
I think tea is taxed in some states already.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, what is it going to take? What is it going to take for people to get mad? And I don't condone violence. I don't. And I don't think the Tea Party really started off as violence.
A peaceful protest.
Yeah. But why isn't everybody out there? And then why, when some people are brave enough to stand up against some, people aren't out there supporting them? Why?
They want to throw them in jail.
Just like that January 6th crap. People did try to show up and protest, even though we all know that their FBI had their hands all over this. But the people that did show up and support, look at now they're going after them.
The problem is they tied it all to they were protesting a legitimate election, and that's not what you're supposed to do. Well, maybe they're just protesting the government in general. That they're garbage, and we need to get rid of them all and restart it.
And I don't give a damn whether you say it's a legitimate election or not. I have the right to protest it and say it wasn't. I don't care. I don't care if you like the protest. I don't care if you agree with it. I don't care if anybody does. That's what we have rights to do, to protest it.
With the proper permit that you pay for.
You do got to pay a permit to protest, though, don't you?
I have no idea. Probably.
You probably do. The government wants their check. Before you complain about us, you need to pay us. Check. Cha-ching. All right, man. Well, it's been fun again, Nate. Thanks for joining us. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're a veteran, get on the show. We would love to have you. If you are not a veteran, leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, tell your veteran friends. Heck, if you're not a veteran and you got something to say, just get involved too. But until then, Godspeed.
And pull the pen ready. Boom.
Thanks for joining us here. Pull the pin already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinion. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.